So today I want to give you a little tour of the containers down at Miley or Harbour. So we'll go to the first one. Not much about this one. This is our fisherman's store where we keep all our dry goods, our wet overalls, generally a workshop. And then this container was our processing room and hatchery trials for the 2020 crowdfunder campaign. We actually now use it in the summer for processing on the shellfish. Increase the capacity a bit with a few extra tanks. Because now the creams as well as the oysters and mussels have been decorated. And here we've got mussels and Pacific oysters. These are decorated and ready for sale. And then, because our campaign is always on and we've raised a bit more money, we set up a dedicated hatchery container, which is good really because it's difficult to process and dispatch oysters as well as run a science lab. We have some native oysters. These are basically just in a holding tank. You can probably see they've got juvenile or spat oysters on them. Just holding them to see if we can keep them alive for our next stages. And here we have a hatchery trial. Basically there's native oysters of all different shapes and sizes, and a tank with oxygen, aeration. And we also have a easy dose feeder system, although we've done our conditioning. We're not using that currently until we get some more larvae. This is our main sort of nursery stock. Again, all native oysters. And then here we have our sort of 4 larval production tanks. Well, 3. First one is a simple system where we have oysters in the tank and we're hoping they create some larvae, and the larvae will flow out into this screen. And we have different mesh sizes. And then this is our other trial where we have native oysters in a tray at the top, and then underneath them is a load of shell. Seeing if we can get the larvae to settle. I think we're quite successful at creating the larvae. Getting them to settle is the next big stage. So hello, my name's Chris Ranger. I set up the Larval Fishery Cooperative, CIC, Community Interest Company, in 2019, and then I went on to set up the crowdfunder SavingESTER campaign in 2020, just before lockdown. Luckily we hit our target in 2020, and our campaign is always on, so we're still accepting donations. And we've actually doubled our first target, which is amazing, and that finance revenue has helped us create a bespoke, purpose-built container hatchery, micro hatchery for the native oysters. So yeah, today we're going to show you a bit about our micro hatchery. This is really for patrons of the patreon.com Ranger Oysterman artist, mariner page where you can support our project and another few projects that I've got. The link will be in the description below. I'm also going to do some filming with a little underwater camera that I have and edit the two together. So I've kind of been talking about the different tanks. We've got 2 or 3 trials going on at the moment. We're calling them Trial 4, even though they're split into 1, 2, 3, 4 different tanks. Our first tank back here is our holding tank. I can cut to that again in a minute. And that holding tank basically has our nursery broodstock that we wouldn't otherwise be able to harvest because it's a closed season. But in fact, these natives came in the processing room first, and then they came into the hatchery in April when I finished building it. So I'm going to show you a little bit.